Hey everybody, welcome to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and is also recovering from a massive SHOT Show hangover. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and yes, SHOT Show's over. My feet are destroyed. I'm toast. I quit. I saw so many cool things. I can't even begin to start. And you know what? I'm not going to start. So if you guys just want to check out all the SHOT Show stuff, definitely give it a look. I'll have an entire playlist. I'll put the link right here. In fact, I'll even probably throw it up here on the screen for you so you can watch all the SHOT Show videos. And trust me, there are tons more coming. Those are just from the floor and a few I was able to edit. I probably have a dozen or 2 dozen more pouring out after that. And again, a big thanks to SS Airsoft for helping me out, make SHOT Show possible for all of you guys. That was so cool of them to help me get that direction and spend the whole week on the floor.
And upcoming update for this weekend, I'm going to be at Oregon Airsoft's Winter Expo, and that's just outside of Portland, Oregon in Hillsboro this weekend, January 30th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to be there, have a booth set up. I'm going to have patches. I want to meet and greet you guys in person. So if you guys are anywhere near the Portland area, come on out, hang out. I'll be there all day. I would love to see you.
But enough of all that. Let's dive on into what you're really here for, and that's the Palco Mail Call. Peter Resner writes, what would rifling an airsoft barrel do? So I saw some of you guys chime in on this one, and rifling an airsoft barrel, I know you were like, oh, nothing. But in reality, it's actually been done. There was actually a barrel released for the Tokyo Marui VSR-10, and I actually had one in my VSR-10. I since sold that to a teammate. It is actually called the Hop Twist barrel, and it does have rifling, believe it or not, in the barrel. And it's really designed for the Marui at the stock FPS to increase accuracy at that 200 and something FPS level that you're stuck with in Japan, the high 200s. That said, though, I used it in conjunction with a hop-up too. I mean, still put a hop-up bucking in there and turned it on with a really higher-end upgrade. My field allows about 500 feet per second, 100-foot minimum engagement for a sniper rifle, and I was able to crank the rifle up to that and saw pretty darn good accuracy, considering the VSR-10 barrel's like this long. It's super short, so you're not talking about any kind of big barrel at all. So in my experience, even though logically it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm sure there's a lot of airsoft geniuses that'll jump on in and talk about physics down there, but in my experience, I was surprised to see the accuracy was good. It didn't send it like careening off over to the side or anything like that, which to me doesn't make sense, but I'm sure there's a darn good reason why it worked. And yeah, that's my experience with rifled airsoft barrels. Eggs and Bacon writes, hello Mr. Higgs, how are you? I have a KWA HK45. Am I hurting my gun if I pull the trigger with no gas or BBs? Thanks. So you're talking about totally dry firing, taking the mag out and just like that. To be honest, no, you're not hurting it. And it's really confusing. I've covered dry fire a couple times in the show, and I want to make sure to clarify because I've never really separated out. Dry firing is putting a mag in your gun with gas, CO2, whatever, pulling the trigger and having it actually fire and the slide go back and it clocks back forward and all that. That's not exactly healthy for your gun in any stretch of the imagination because it really is designed to work with the BB going down the barrel. So you're sending too much gas, probably backwards, and slamming that slide back and forward a little harder than it should. And yes, it will prematurely wear out your gun and break the parts sooner than it should. That said, doing this really didn't hurt anything. I mean, yeah, it starts to wear into the gun like the normal usage cycles before your springs start to wear out and break. I mean, these things aren't impervious to anything. I mean, these are airsoft. They all will eventually break at some point in time down the road. But short of that, it's not going to be as damaging, more damaging than shooting it normally, or especially not as damaging as dry firing it with gas in the mag with there and like holding down the slide lock and doing that. So yeah, in my experience, what your question is, you're probably just totally fine if you don't mind doing that. Personally, I don't do that unless I'm kind of troubleshooting a problem, but shouldn't see an issue if you do. Skylar Littleshield writes, hey, I have a quick question. Will you ruin the spring inside the magazine if you were to leave BBs in for a long period of time? So I've seen people comment on this and they're going, well, I know what the internet experts are going to say. You guys, internet experts, are going to go, well, you know, the way the spring's designed, you shouldn't have any, it shouldn't degrade the spring if you leave this thing under compression. It's like a car spring. Here's the reality, guys. I know you're going to have a lot of that. I've seen it in forums. I've seen it in comments here when I've talked about magazine springs. Here's the reality. Every time I've left BBs in a magazine in a fully compressed, like jammed all the way down, loaded up, like this one's empty right now, but like I've got it totally full, let's say a BBs in this mag, or let's say a mid cap, or even a high cap under tension while you're winding the spring, it does kill the spring. The same as the spring inside your airsoft gun, it does wear out over time. It shrinks down, it kind of bends. In a perfect world, And I know, here you go, internet genius scientist out there. In a perfect world, yes, it shouldn't affect it. Well, this isn't a perfect world. These are cheaper materials. I mean, look how thin these springs are in these things. To be absolutely positive, in my experience, every single time I've left BBs in a mag, fully loaded, I have started to kill that thing. And I've forgot about some for months at one point, and I nuked it. I had to like stretch the spring and try to fix it. In the end, I just chucked it out. It was a mid cap. So yeah, the bottom line is, I know what it should be, but in reality, it does kill your spring. All right, guys, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one comes from an Airsoft retailer, believe it or not. And they're no way informed sponsor of the channel. I just thought this was a really cool video. I was going through my old videos, the videos I liked years ago, and this one's almost 3 years old as of today. It's 2016. It's the Airsoft Extreme store commercial. It's like a 45-second commercial for AEX, or Airsoft Extreme shop here in California, and I forgot how cool this video is, especially being 3 years old. The guys in it, you can definitely tell have some real world experience. They're not just airsofters, and the gear is all legit, like head to toe. Most of it's pretty darn real, I think, with the exception of some airsoft guns. Everything else is that. So I thought it was just such a neat commercial, super short, but absolutely worth the watch if you guys are into kind of the tactic stuff and all that. And definitely something I've never seen an airsoft retailer, with the exception of some of the really, really big ones, pull off really well. So check it out. I have a link in the description below to take you over to watch the video. Well, guys, that is it this week. Whew, what a week. SHOT Show, all the stuff. Stay tuned here on the channel. I'm gonna have a ton more things coming from SHOT Show this week too. So open up the floodgates, get the fire hose ready. Here it comes. A lot of really cool things from SHOT Show. And I'm curious, from the videos you've watched already, what has been your favorite thing so far coming out of SHOT Show? Have I done a video on it yet? Am I going to be doing a video on it? Let me know in the comment section below, because I want to hear your feedback, and I'll definitely kind of push those forward in the pile and get those out first. So guys, thank you again for being here. Remember, if you guys want to get your question on the show, it's simple. Put it in the comment section below, vote up your favorites, and I'll get them on the next show. But until next week, guys, go out, play some airsoft, have some fun. No matter what you do though, call your freaking hits.